domestic violence.
Stand by till she puts some stuff on.
Yeah, so he got violent with her last night. He put his hands on her. She came to my house. I'm an old friend of his.
This is Jack Doherty, or as some corners of the internet now call him, the Clout Goblin. Once hailed as the king of wild pranks and fast cars, Jack isn't just falling off, he's in freefall. The McLaren is totaled, the OnlyFans girls, gone. The kick contract? Dead. And he's live streaming meltdowns like it's a reality show no one asked for. But this isn't just a roast, it's a full autopsy of how one of the internet's most chaotic creators built a mansion on shaky clout and watched it crumble in real time. And yeah, there's footage, so grab your popcorn because Jack didn't just lose the bag, he lit it on fire. Before the crash and burn, there was a kid with a dream. Jack started out like a lot of creators, wide-eyed, camera in hand, ready to go viral, and he did, fast. His early prank content racked up millions of views, feeding him the sweet dopamine that every creator craves. But where others saw a platform, Jack saw a high. And like any addict, he chased it harder every time. The more extreme the stunt, the bigger the hit. But over time, Jack didn't just want clout, he needed it. The content turned from silly to dangerous, from funny to reckless. His friends became props, his fans just numbers. And Jack? He became a caricature of his own ego. That's the foundation right there. A kid who wanted fame, but got consumed by it. At the height of his success, Jack was living like a GTA character with cheat codes. Supercars, rented mansions, models in every vlog. But if you looked closer, it was all smoke and mirrors. It was flashy, it was loud, but it wasn't sustainable. His lifestyle wasn't built on a strong business or long-term brand. It was built on shock value and short attention spans. Jack didn't diversify, he didn't invest, he splurged. And the irony? That lifestyle became his cage. He had to keep topping himself just to stay relevant. The moment he paused, people stopped watching. Behind the wheel of his McLaren or at those Miami parties, Jack looked like he had it all. But behind the scenes, the pressure to keep up the illusion was eating him alive. He wasn't building a career. He was burning money to stay famous. But Jack wasn't just flexing for content. He built a real business, if you can call it that. His main bag wasn't brand deals or streaming contracts. It was exploiting young women on platforms that rhyme with lonely fans. Jack allegedly recruited freshly turned 18-year-olds, promising fame and riches. In return, he took most of their earnings and handed out allowances like they were summer interns. Girls like McKinley Richardson and Camila Aruo were the backbone of his quote-unquote empire. And then it got worse. Allegations surfaced that some of these girls weren't even legal when the contracts began. Suddenly, Jack's business model started sounding less like entrepreneurship and more like exploitation.
Let me tell you exactly what Jack does. I don't care. You want to say that? Now I'm going to violate you and expose your script. Here's what you do. I'm going to tell you exactly what you do. You get 17-year-old girls the night before their birthday. You buy a $10,000 yacht every time. You get them drunk and they sign a contract, 50% of their life every single time.
This is where Jack went from problematic to potentially criminal. The internet started asking serious questions. The same audience that once watched him for laughs now watched with disgust. And the girls? They turned on him, took their money, left him in the dust, because even clout has a limit when it's built on broken trust. Just when you think Jack's spiral couldn't get any darker, it did. His empire wasn't just built on questionable contracts. It was now being rocked by accusations of violence. And not from strangers, from the very women who had been closest to him. The tipping point came when McKinley, one of Jack's main of partners and girlfriend, called the police. Not for a fight, not for clout, but to evacuate herself from his mansion.
As like my girlfriend called the cops on me to get all her stuff out. Insane. Like what the I can't believe what's happening right now. Girls are the fake, you guys wouldn't even believe it. You usually wouldn't answer me. You called the cops before you talked to your boyfriend? Are you kidding me? Like how the are you doing that? You gotta get out of my house. I didn't let you. I didn't say you can come in. She's letting us in. She doesn't own this house. I didn't say you can come in my house.
Her address
I
is
don't
on
care.
here. She's a resident here.
I don't care. You guys aren't allowed in my house.
We're not here to have a hard
You guys aren't allowed in my house. Bro, you called the cops on me in my own house after I've done everything for you. I didn't threaten you, bro. You're unreal, bro. You're in my house telling me what the fuck to do.
This is her house.
She doesn't pay for it. I'm sorry.
Doesn't matter.
It's not your house.
Doesn't matter.
Nah, this is crazy. McKinley, what the are you doing? Dude, who the is this? You get the fuck out of my house. Yeah, stay the out of my house. Fuck out. Get out. Stay, tell her to get the out of the house. Not that. Get this stupid ass.
That's not a breakup. That's an escape. Soon after, body cam footage dropped. In it, McKinley's friends reveal something that changes the tone entirely. They allege Jack put hands on her.
Domestic violence.
Stand by so she put some stuff on.
Yeah. So he got violent with her last night. He put his hands on her. She came to my house. I'm an old friend of his.
But she's right there in a different car, waiting.
Yeah. If he were to see my car, it would have escalated things. So I hid here. She's there with her friend in a car in a Nissan that he's never seen before. So
well, who's she and he and who are all these people?
McKinley.
Okay.
McKinley.
That's who the caller
Yes.
is.
Yeah, McKinley.
She's right there.
She's in a car next to the house that the call is for.
But we were told Dodge, but they're right there.
Yeah.
We're waiting for her.
So you're friends of McKinley?
Yes.
Yeah.
He drove her here. I'm sorry. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I'm an old friend of Jack's, who's the person that is her ex-boyfriend.
Okay.
McKinley was staying at our house, and so we drove her here. If he saw us, it would have made it worse. So her other friend is with McKinley right now.
That she had to hide in another car to avoid him. You can hear it in the voice of everyone involved. This wasn't just another influencer argument. This was something serious, legal, career-ending. Jack tried to deny it online, tweeting out the classic deflect, show some bruises or a mark. But here's the thing. When your girl calls the cops and leaves with witnesses, you're not beating allegations with a Twitter thread. You're just confirming how deep the damage goes. Then came the moment that summed up Jack's recklessness in the most literal way possible. The McLaren crash. Driving in heavy rain, on his phone, cameraman in the passenger seat. The result? A $200,000 car totaled, and lives put at risk, all for content.
No! Holy Michael. Are you okay? Yeah. Holy oh my God, bro.
What makes this even worse? Jack's first reaction wasn't to check on his cameraman. It was to pull out the phone again and vlog the aftermath in the middle of the freeway. His own friend was injured. There was metaphorical ketchup and maybe real ketchup all over the dude. But Jack was chasing that viral moment. This moment wasn't just a crash, it was the final straw for Kick, the streaming platform Jack had been riding to keep his income afloat. After this stunt, they cut ties permanently. The car was wrecked, the cash flow stopped, and the mask fully slipped. This wasn't a flex gone wrong. This was a full display of what happens when clout clouds judgment, and it wasn't even his lowest point yet. If Jack thought he could bounce back with some star-studded clout, he was dead wrong. Enter the party fiasco. To celebrate his birthday and reclaim his throne, Jack threw what was supposed to be a legendary Miami party. He booked not one but two major rap names. Lil Baby and Polo G cost over $400,000. Lil Baby barely acknowledged him. Polo G gave less energy than a dead iPhone. And Jack? He handed out cash in Louis Vuitton bags like it was going to buy him respect. Spoiler, it didn't.
You want the mic? You want it? I do it.
Polo chilled with fans, posed for pictures, and gave Jack zero attention. Man got ghosted harder than a Hinge date who finds out you do prank content for a living. Jack Doherty just lost everything. YouTube channel name, pending attribution. The entire internet watched a millionaire beg for attention and get treated like an ATM with a ring light. Instead of a comeback, it was a public roast. You'd think after getting curved by rappers, Jack would lay low. Nope. He tried to buy his way into Kai Cenat and got played like a scratch-off ticket. Jack started flooding Kai's Twitch chat with hundreds of gifted subs, hoping for a shout-out, maybe a collab. What he got was a masterclass in finesse.
Oh my God! The Doherty Jack with the motherfucking 100 gifted.
Nigga, is that Jack Doherty? Wait, that guy hit for real?
Wait, hold on. Jack Doherty, that's you. Get another 100.
I'm not the method. Are you kidding me?
Jack Doherty, that's you. Check another 100.
Nah, it's not him. It's
You almost had us.
Doherty Jack, you almost had us though.
They're saying to do it, so fuck it. I'm gifting Kai another 100 subs.
Whoa.
Is that Doherty Jack?
If he asks for another 100, I'm gonna.
If you want to pull up to the stream,
Get another 100.
Nah, I'm not the method, dog. He's finessing 2 bands out of me after that. Should I do it? Another $600.
oh, he's another 100. He gets another 100.
That's him. That's Jack. That's him, Jack.
If all that money is really his, and he think that me and him will be a good collab,
Send another 100.
Get another 100.
so I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna live with Jack. We just finessed him out of 300, chat.
I'm broke now, Kai.
Kai gave him just enough attention to keep the cash flowing, while letting the chat roast him live. Jack wasn't a guest, he was the content. He paid to be the punchline. What made it worse was the desperation. Jack wasn't gifting for support. He was gifting to be liked, to matter, to get one more hit of relevancy, and he still got nothing. Even in a space that thrives on weirdness and antics, Jack became that guy no one wanted around, a walking L with a debit card. Just when you think Jack had hit rock bottom, the very foundation of his income, his OnlyFans lineup, crumbled beneath him. The girls who were once the backbone of his operation, they packed their bags and walked. It started with McKinley again. A few days after the police incident, footage surfaced of her storming out of Jack's house, with officers present. This wasn't a petty argument or a lover's spat. It was a full-on exodus. Then came Camilla Arruo, another of girl in Jack's circle. She backed McKinley's side and confirmed Jack had been aggressive. At this point, the drama had receipts, witnesses, and viral body cam footage. Jack was getting dropped harder than a crypto coin in 2022. And when Jack went live after the incident, it wasn't a statement, it was a breakdown. A messy, chaotic live stream that felt more like therapy than content.
I let this girl come into my life, I fell in love with her, and now she just completely fucking ruined everything, bro. When I met this girl, I was making $1.5 million a month. Now, I'm making probably a tenth of that. Like, what the
He cried, he yelled, he blamed. And the audience, they didn't see a misunderstood creator. They saw a man unraveling in real time. And his income? Just like the trust of his crew, it vanished. Jack Doherty isn't just a creator gone wrong. He's a case study, a walking example of what happens when clout is your only currency. Because in a world that runs on attention, the second people stop paying it, you go broke in every way that matters. His story isn't unique. We've seen it before and we'll see it again. Young fame, fast money, unchecked ego. It's the holy trinity of self-destruction. But rarely do we get to see it unravel this publicly, this messily, and this fast. Meanwhile, McKinley, already spotted partying with FaZe Banks. Jack, alone, angry, and arguing with chat like it's going to fix his brand.